Hello. I have very important news for you today. Most people are fine and dandy, but sometimes there are some dumb people. Dumb people cannot find their brains with both hands. It's really quite sad. So, for my news, I call them tattle viewers. These guys do not really have minds. Even when they tell the truth by accident, they are mindless. Remember, they do not really have minds. Mindless viewers are people who commit tattle viewing. These tattle viewers always read useless news on purpose. And when other news is more useful, these tattle viewers are still useless viewers. They keep watching the news when the news does nothing for them. The good news is useful for good people, but tattle viewers are not good people. Even when they read any news, they do not deserve any news. Even a book will belong to an idiot sometimes. Are you a tattle viewer? Okay. Do not panic. Please return your brain to your head. Just leave your brain alone. And when the news is useful, stop being a useless person for us. Truth is not the greatest mystery in the world. Whenever you desire any mistakes, look yourself on the head with a philosophy book. And do it carefully. Maybe you need to talk to 100 other readers at least in person to know where your brain really is. You may need to look yourself on the head with a philosophy book, but only in a private home for at least 15 years. Sometimes a fool blows up his brain until it pops and he turns into a smart dummy. And his mistake is that when he becomes a smart dummy, he wants to show people who he is. But I think if there is a smart dummy, we should not see him. He should be gone, and we should not see him at all. Relax. If you will always be a fool forever, we will put you in a glass jar and seal you tight. From that moment on, you will just be a very quiet fairy in a glass jar who reads useless news and does not interrupt communications. That's fine and dandy for me. I do not listen to a stupid fairy. Oh, especially if you are watching my videos, if you are reading my literature, and if you are making mistakes without talking to me, I am going to accuse you of being a tattle viewer. Because then you probably somehow think that my literature just exists by accident and that philosophy is nothing more than oxygen around you. If that's your judgment, you need to fix it and repair it and improve it to better judgment. And for better judgment, just leave me alone or read literature that can really help you. And do not talk to other stupid fairies to excuse false ideas wise men do not use. So do not talk to other stupid people to make yourself feel better when you realize you are making a mistake. I do not care how many of those fools you talk to, they are still fools, and you are a fool. And hey, I do not make myself a fool on purpose. But ironically enough, sometimes there is that kind of tattle viewer who will make himself a fool on purpose just because there are other fools around him. He will never say that out loud, but it is in his mind. And only from my conversations with this tattle viewer for years and years, and with a lot of random conversation, do I realize what he really is. Whenever you are that fairy, do not come out of the glass jar until you become a wise bookworm. Until you become a wise bookworm, just stay in the glass jar like a very quiet fairy that you are and leave everybody alone. You may even need to leave yourself alone until you realize what ideas are before your placement of you. Okay? Keep that in mind with philosophy. Because even you can be something of a questionable thing. So, for example, if there's a website called YouTube, does that mean you? Usually, no, it does not mean you. It means other people. So YouTube might as well be called Other Tube, as in other people tube. It's not really you. It's more like other people tube. You know, do not confuse you with others. You know, do not have that kind of excessive collectivism, because if you do, if you have that kind of massive reliance on other people, you will lose yourself in the crowd and you will forget who you are. Because after all, if I ask for your state ID, if I ask for your state identification, I need to know who you are, not who other people are. Because I am asking you who you are. And stop talking too much about other people. Those are other people. And maybe these people would like it if I do not talk about other people. Or if I talk about other people, I just say other people without being specific. All stupid fairies need to be quiet forever. Thank you. Conservatives are beautiful people too. I don't care. I will listen to beautiful people when they are wise and important. So please, no tattle viewing. If you are a tattle viewer, you may have to screw your head backwards and find your location again. Because even a location can be out of the reach of your bias and prejudice. So keep that in mind, Tattle viewers, and have a good day. If you know what a nice day is, have a good one.